Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll work on the packet tracer, implement a subnetted IPv6 addressing scheme. We will go through the three objectives here. The first step, we need to determine the subnets and addressing scheme. Step 2, we need to configure IPv6 addressing on routers and PCs. And step 3 will verify IPv6 connectivity. Here, the network will use a series of consecutive IPv6 subnets for the all networks. We should assign the subnets to the local area networks and configure the routers and PCs with IPv6 addressing. And we should make sure to configure all necessary components for IPv6 routing on the routers. So let's start. The first step here, determine IPv6 subnets and addressing scheme. We have been given the IPv6 subnet, this one, as the starting subnet. We need to 4 more subnets. We have been given this one. And now we have more network. We have to determine the subnets for the 4 networks. And we need to complete the subnet table. The first one is this one. And as it says here, increment the subnet addressing consecutively by 1 to arrive at the 4 required subnets. So this is the first one. We'll copy it. Copy, paste, and we should increase it with 1. So 8 plus 1 is 9. And we'll move on. Copy this one. 9 plus 1 is 10. And 10 in hexadecimal is A. And here A plus 1, 11. 11 in hexadecimal is B. And the last one, 12. 12 in hexadecimal is C. So here we have the 4 subnets. Step 2, configure IPv6 addressing on routers and PCs. Okay, we need to complete the addressing table and assign the by assigning the first IP address in the subnet to the router line interface. So this is the subnet. We need to assign the first IP address to the router interface. So for this one, this is the network. The first one should be number 1 for G0/0. And let me add this one. So this is the network for this interface. Okay. And by the way, I used to keep the port label on because I want to makes easy for me to see which port assign. And so to do so, if you want to because it's by default it's off. So if you want to appear the port label, you should go to options, preferences here, and to check or uncheck this one. So if we unchecked this, the labels will disappear. If you check it, will appear again. So yeah, let's move on. We'll assign the first IP address to the subnet. So just let me put all these stuff here. So this one is for the subnets. and this subnet is for this interface, and the last one is here. All right. Assign the link local address to in the addressing table. Okay, so first let us complete the addressing table. This one it's already done for us. Number one for the interface G0/0. So in router one, the other interface has this subnet. So copy and use the first IP address, number one. Okay, for this one, R1, for this interface, we have this subnet, and for R1 S0/0/0 interface, we'll use the first IP address, and for the other interface, for the R2, we'll use the second IP address. So for this one, we'll use number one, and for this one, as we see, we are R2, the first interface. We'll use the second IP address for the same network because they share the same network. So number one for this interface, and number two will be for this interface. We'll move on. R2, we have this subnet, R2G0/0 interface, and we will use the first network. And for this one, we'll use the first interface. All right, so we have completed the addressing table. Now we'll work on the routers. Now we will work on the R1. We'll assign the IPv6 addresses. We'll start with R1, enter, enable to enter the privilege mode, and then config T to enter the global configuration mode. And first of all, we need to enable the router to forward the IPv6 packets. So we will use this command, IPv6 unicast routing. This command will enable router to forward the IPv6 packets, and the interface G0/0. Now we will assign this one, the first interface, with this IP address. Copy IPv6 address, paste, enter, and we'll assign the link local, this one. So IPv6 address FE 80:1 link local, enter, and we'll make the interface active. We'll use no shutdown command. Now we can see that this interface became active, and the link lights turn green. We'll move on to assign the other interface. Exit from the current one and interface G0/1. This is the IPv6 address for this interface. IPv6 add, and we'll configure we can hit the arrows to use this one and make it up, make it active, no shutdown. Now we'll take the third interface, this one, the S0/0/0/0, exit from this interface, we'll enter the interface S0/0/0 and copy IPv6 address, paste, and we'll use the same command for link local address. We can hit the up arrow until we'll get this command and hit enter. Make it up, no shutdown. Actually, we need to make this one up as well. So with the after that, this link will be active. Now we have done with the R1, exit, and we can do the same configuration with R2. Enable config T to enter the configuration global configuration mode. And first of all, we need to enable the forwarding IPv6 packets in the router, as we did router 1. So to do so, IPv6 unicast routing, and we'll enter the interface, the first interface, G0/0 IPv6 address. We'll use this one. This is the first one. And the link local here is 2, FE80 2. So IPv6 address FE80 2 link local, and we'll make it up, no shutdown command. Exit. We'll go to the second interface of R2, G0/1 interface, G0/1, and this is the IP address. Copy IPv6, paste, enter, and the link local is this one, and and to make it up, no shutdown command. The last one is interface S0/0/0, and the IP address is this one. Copy IPv6, and the link local is the same. And no shutdown. As we can see now, the green lights turned, the lights, link lights turned green, and now we go to assign the link we did already for the connection between the routers. Assign the first, we did this one. We assigned the first IP address for this interface, and we assign the second IP address for this interface. And the last one, we need to set all 4 hosts to automatically configured with IPv6. We will do that. We'll go to the first one, IP config, and this is the area for the IPv4, and this area for IPv6. we'll set it as automatic. As we can see here, it's automatically assigned the IP address, and we'll do the same for the all. Go here, IP configuration, and go to assign automatically. Go to this one, and the last PC is PC4, IP configuration automatic. Now we have done. The last step is to verify the IPv6 connectivity. The PCs should be able to ping each other. Let's try PC1. We'll ping PC2 via PC1. Firstly, we need to know what's the IP address of PC2. So we'll go to command prompt. From here, we'll use ipconfig command /all. From here, we can know the IPv6 IP address, this one. We'll go to PC1. We'll ping this IP address. So ping successfully done, and then we'll go to, let's ping the PC3. We'll go to command prompt ipconfig /all. This is the IP address of the computer. We'll ping it from PC1. Ping. Paste. Perfect. Zero loss. So our connection was correct. And let me close this, and that's all for this lab. And good luck everyone, and thank you for watching.